Gigi, I was thinking that now that Jurgen Klopp has decided to leave Liverpool this summer, DJ, what do you think? Can we see Jurgen Klopp as the next manager of the international team?
Bring him on.
What do you say? Bring him on.
Yeah. No, I think at this rate, Cristiano Ronaldo, he also has a chance to represent India because he might have some connection with Goa.
Vasco da
Gama. Both by Portuguese.
Yes, so we might include Danish players as well from Chandanagar.
From Sriram.
Any chance of Messi? No Argentina.
No Argentina.
Mbappe from Chandanagar, yes.
Yes, Mbappe from Chandanagar.
Our own Bapu.
Mr. Bapu.
Moving on. Good evening, people, and welcome to PixelSports Goal Table Football Podcast. This is episode 9, and we will be discussing about the AFC Asian Cup round of 16 ties. And we should welcome the guest.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
First, you should welcome me because I'm back from Qatar.
Yes, welcome to your own
Welcome,
setup.
to your own setup. How was your time? How did you spend your time in Qatar?
It was nice. India's performance, you know how I felt, but overall it was a nice experience. Covering this type of tournament, covering this type of stars, because this time it is star-studded, right?
Yes.
Every players from Asia are playing this time. No one injured, so I covered almost one match at least from each nation, and I felt it great.
Did you bring anything for Gigi?
Yes, sir. I brought.
What?
Yes, I received a pen from DJ, which was a very generous gift.
An American chocolate DJ bought for DG Toblerone. Why did not you bring a Qatari chocolate for it?
It is Qatar Toblerone.
Yes, I was omitting that detail, but yes.
Move on.
Moving on.
Did you receive anything?
No.
Why?
I don't know. He does not love me that
Love,
much.
only love.
Oh, only love from Qatar. So, I just want to ask you, DJ, in the round of 16, which match do you think would be the most intriguing match?
I think Iraq versus Jordan.
Yeah.
Iraq versus Jordan match, I am not able to choose any from that who is going to win that match. Both team gave us some goosebumps moments in the group league matches. One against Japan, one against South Korea.
Yes.
Both teams having special supporters already. They are living in Qatar and supporting their teams. So this match I am waiting for.
What do you think, Gigi? Iraq and Jordan, is this going to be...
Yes, I think Iraq has emerged as contenders for huge upset in this tournament. Because what they have done, topping their group, winning all the matches, right? They scored 9 points from these 3 matches. Amazing. Jordan was in a very tough group. They lost the last match to Bahrain. Probably
I told you, right?
Yes.
But we predicted that all the 3 teams from that group will progress, and they did eventually.
Yes, but if Jordan could have won that match, they could have avoided someone like Iraq, because Iraq is a very spirited side.
Tough.
Yes.
They are tough not to crack.
Yes,
Yes.
and also talking of players, Iraq's Ayman Hussein, he has scored 5 goals, 1 assist.
He is the top scorer of the
Top
tournament.
scorer
Right?
by far.
That Qatari guy has 3 goals.
Akram Afif, he has scored
Has
3
3
goals. So I think also Jordan, Musa Al-Tamari, he scored 2 goals in the first match. He was absent in the final match against Bahrain. He will be back. He is coming back.
He is the player who plays for Montpellier FC in Liga, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but on the second match, right, against Korea, he was a bit...
a little lackluster, but yes, you cannot judge a player with his performance against South Korea.
True.
He might prove to be very ominous against Iraq.
And both teams are physical.
Yes.
And they will not... And
that Iraqi team is very
physical. Even Jordan's team also. And Jordan's team, if you watched the first half against Korea, right?
Yes.
Korea was not able to go past their attacking third. They are tackling. And it was not only fouling them. Clean tackle. And both teams' defense are strong. So it would be a great match.
A very good match to look forward to.
Yes.
Versus Jordan, yes.
Any
Definitely.
match you are looking forward to?
I think many of the viewers would agree with me. The match between Saudi Arabia and South Korea. I think it is a match worthy of semi-finals or finals.
One of the favorites of the tournament will go out
Yes,
in round of 16.
definitely.
Yes.
And it was also due to the direct effect of this Jordan Bahrain group.
Yes, that Korea is facing Saudi
Yes.
Arabia.
So Korea is facing Saudi Arabia. I think I am looking forward to that.
But I have a
that
question,
match.
Gigi. Did you really like how Saudi plays the group matches?
Well, look, they struggled to score initially.
Thank you for not asking me. I have not watched any of the games of Saudi Arabia this time.
I know.
No. They struggled to score initially. Then they depended a lot on individual brilliance. I think that was a huge problem. What was their result in the...
You saw first match against Oman, right?
Mm.
1-0, the injury time.
Yes, I watched it.
Then
And they could not score against Thailand.
they could
A
not
goalless
score.
draw against Thailand in the last
So-
match day. And also, since we are talking of this group, let me just bring to your notice that Oman lost to Kyrgyzstan in the
Yes.
last match and they got eliminated.
Eliminated.
And this was, I think, not a big upset, but we expected, especially
Oman,
DJ, you
yes.
expected
Yes,
Oman
yes.
to go for. They were
And
actually playing
after
well.
the first match,
Yes.
I was more hopeful. because-
Oman was playing really well.
Yes, played well. But in this group, Thailand surprised everyone.
Yes.
And that Thailand.
Yes.
Yes, I will be looking forward to the Uzbekistan versus Thailand match because, correct me if I am wrong, before in 2019's AFC Asian Cup, India beat Thailand by 4-0, and they are
4-1.
4-1, and they are somehow playing in the knockout rounds, and we.
And 2019 also, they actually qualified to the knockout round.
Yes. And this Thailand who conceded 4 goals against India, they have not conceded a single goal in the group stage, along with another team, which we will talk about later.
Yep.
But this is huge. Thailand
Huge,
not
huge.
conceding a single goal against the likes of Saudi Arabia, Oman, Kyrgyzstan. This is huge. So Thailand, we must look
Yes,
for,
we appreciate.
keep an
Southeast
eye
Asia-
out for them.
Yeah, Southeast Asia.
How are they doing this?
Overall development of Thailand football leagues also, and they have the passion for football.
Yes, their support. I saw their supporters in the full voice. Okay.
On that camera, I am sick today. These guys forced me to sit here, okay? So apologies from my end.
You can have coffee. We have brought you coffee, DJ.
Thank you.
So your insights are more valuable for us.
Yes, yes.
We will
I know.
bear through your coughs and sneezes.
Where are we?
Yes, not
Thailand,
Yes.
Thailand, the supporters of Thailand.
Very passionate. Very
Oh my
passionate.
God, the red wall.
Is Thailand supporters, Indonesia supportters? I'm
We
talking
will
about
be-
Southeast Asia, right? And then also I saw.
Also, the Uzbeki supporters were.
Yeah, they were vocal.
Very
vocal. Indonesia, Thailand, even Malaysia.
Yes.
The Vietnam support.
Vietnam supporters.
Vietnam
supporters.
supporters, yes.
Right.
All the
Vietnam
Southeast Asian countries' supporters are
Yes.
fabulous.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Indian
And then
supporters as well.
Indian supporters as well.
Yes. Also.
Of course.
I think a
We-
huge shout out to all the supporters
Yes.
Absolutely.
across Asia, right?
Yes, even Iraq, right? I mentioned in my social media post that they are the 12th man, proper 12th man for their team. And then Jordan supporters also, they were booing, they are cheering for their team, booing opponent from the very first minute. It is great to see because the end of the day, football is all about supporters.
I think DJ mentioned as well how Iraq supporters, they started booing the Japan players
Every time they're touching the ball, they are booing.
from the practice itself.
Yeah. Every time they're touching the ball in the practice session, they are booing. It's great. Because the Japan supporters also there in that game in numbers, but Iraqi supporter was so vocal, we are not able to hear any cheer from the Japanese supporter.
Okay, just want to let you guys know that the first knockout game between Australia and Indonesia has just finished.
Okay.
Our line producer Swarnava has mentioned it. And it finished
Score-
4-0.
4-0.
4-0. I actually saw the first half of the game.
He's happy.
And the first half of the game does not reflect the score line. Because even though Australia was 2-0 up, the Indonesian team had more shots on target. They were trying to play some intricate passes in and around the box. But Australia, once again, like the Indian match, they were very, very, very clinical. They got 2 chances. One was an unlucky deflection that went past the goalkeeper. Another one was very clinical, a header, a ball coming from the right side and was headed. I think this Australian side, as both of you said, they looks like they can go throughout the tournament like this. They can win this tournament.
Yes, look, first a word on, I think DJ is checking
Yeah.
the live score of some of the matches.
Odisha scored.
Yes.
Odisha just scored.
Diego Mauricio.
Okay.
So actually we will be covering the Indian games as well, the local games. The Koliko Super Cup is going on, the final between East Bengal and Odisha FC. And Odisha FC just scored it. I'm feeling actually very sad to say that. Swarnava is an ardent supporter of the East Bengal team, and his face just sank.
Anyways,
Moving on.
Just a word on Indonesia. Coming back to our discussion, I think Indonesia's qualification for the knockout phase is a fairy tale in itself. They are the lowest ranked team in this tournament, 146 their FIFA ranking, and they actually went on and qualified by the virtue of winning their last match. So them going down 4-0 to Australia is not a true reflection of their campaign. They have played really well. I saw with you parts of the first half as well. They were trying to create chances. They were not bogged down by the pressure. But Australia, I think DJ, you might agree with me here. They are looking very ominous here, because they might have loopholes in their ranks, but they are finding ways of scoring goals. They drew the final match against Uzbekistan, 1-1.
Yes.
But against India, against Syria, they are eventually finding ways of winning the matches. So I think 1 or 2 tough win in the quarterfinal, in the semi-final, they just might end up winning the tournament itself.
But Indonesia is very easy open for Australia.
Yes.
So, and like Qatar, right? I'm not very convinced the way they are playing this tournament. Saudi, Qatar, and Australia. I'm not happy with their game, honestly. So
Yes.
that's my take.
But
I agree with Saudi and Qatar.
But for Australia, I agree with you that Australia is not playing any flamboyant football, but they are finding their ways.
They're winning
somehow.
the game. Yes.
And they are very clinical in front of the goal. They are not wasting many
Agree.
chances. They are taking all their chances and converting.
Yes.
This 4-0 result, I'm saying once again, does not reflect the match.
For example, the second goal, Boyle scored the second goal, a flying header, almost a quick counter attack from the flanks, and quick cross in. Indonesia had no answers. So
The conversion is very high for Australia.
Very high.
Yes,
Very high. Moving on, another interesting match I will be watching is between Bahrain and Japan.
Yes.
DJ, you saw Japan play, right? And allow me to put in my expert analysis first.
Please.
please do.
I think Japan is playing a very fluid system of football. They are, especially players like Wataru Endo, they are controlling the midfield, but in the final third, they cannot create that many chances.
Yeah, against
Would that be a problem against Bahrain? Because Bahrain is a very physical team.
Yes, Bahrain will follow the same what Iraq did with Japan.
Yes.
The strategy, what I believe, the formation and the strategy. It will be 4-5-4-1 or 4-5-1. End of the day, it will be like 9 main defense. Everyone will be defending, and they will try to score in the counter attack. Right? Same thing. But Japan having a problem with the scoring. The conversion ratio is very poor, and I think they will be happy if they get back.
Tomiyasu and Minami.
Tomiyasu
and
played the last
Played
match.
last match.
Yes,
Last
but not
match
from the
against
first.
No, yes.
No,
he
started.
played
Started.
from the beginning. Tomiyasu
Mitoma,
started.
Mitoma?
Mitoma is not. Mitoma is not coming back in this match as well.
Okay.
So until Mitoma is back, Japan will struggle on
Yes.
that point.
But I have a point on Japan. Once again, I keep making these points. But Japan, they will be extremely disappointed by finishing second in the group.
Just like South Korea.
Yes.
Just like
Yes.
South Korea.
They have not peaked.
Yes,
yet.
but Japan did solve some of their problems in the last match.
Okay.
They defeated Indonesia 3-1. Once again, DJ will say Indonesia is not a very good team, but still, in that match, Japan actually fielded 2 or 3 young players in the front. Ueda, for example, he scored 2 goals.
2 goals. Yes.
Goan.
No,
Goan, another player, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So I think that will be a formula for Japan going forward.
Last match, it was very convincing win for Japan, and that will give him that will boost them.
Yes.
Against
Kubo
Bahrain.
one more thing, Kubo, he has started the matches, but he has also not been
Very influential.
Yes.
But if you watch his game, right,
Mhm.
he's quick passer.
Very
quick
1-2.
passer.
He's always looking to play the one.
Trying to go past one, like dribbling the defenders. Only problem with his height and physicality against this team
But
like Iraq.
I
Bahrain.
think
That's a problem.
another youngster who is very fascinates me very much is South Korea's Kang Lee. He is also
Kang Lee is brilliant.
he is also
In this tournament, if you ask me who is your best player so far till today, I would say Kang Lee.
He has been.
We were discussing, right?
Yes.
One match, Kang Lee was totally isolated in the first half, and Korea was not able to produce anything. With
The
Son's
moment that
presence.
he tried to create that spaces behind the defense,
yes,
and the game opened up.
yes.
I think there is a possibility that teams like Japan, Korea, the Asian Cup history is different for them. Japan is 4-time champions. South Korea haven't won it since 1960s. So both of them might actually peak at the right time.
And I feel both the teams yet to bring their A game.
Yes.
Yes, they have not peaked
Yeah.
yet
They
at
will
all.
peak, I think, at the right time.
Most of their superstars also, like Heung-min Son, he has scored goals.
Yeah, but
this is not the
This is
Son
not
we
the
are
Son.
we see day in day out, right?
Absolutely.
Another interesting question, very important question. I think the Tajikistan versus UAE game is no one going to watch, right?
No, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Please, UAE will win. UAE is a very good, better team than Tajikistan, right?
Look, Tajikistan is was the only debutant in
Yes.
this Asian Cup.
That is why I am saying that UAE will win.
But they played really well in the group stages. The Tajikistan versus UAE match will not be a cakewalk by any stretch of
We
imagination.
will have a see.
Okay.
See,
I will do that.
Indonesia qualified. I watched their game, but Tajikistan played far better, and they are.
As you said, that both of the teams are not good, right? Tajikistan and Indonesia.
No.
Tajikistan is good. The group matches.
They defeated Lebanon in the last match day. If I come to the match day, Qatar defeated China. That we'll come to that later in the group A.
Yes.
But Tajikistan defeated Lebanon by 2-1,
Mm.
and by the virtue of that, they qualified. So this game
And Lebanon played both the matches very well before Tajikistan. They lost to Qatar in the first match, but they played a good game and they gave a fight. And against China, you saw, right? So Lebanon was not that bad team who is not qualified. Everyone was thinking probably Qatar, China, and Lebanon might be qualifying for Group A, from Group A.
But we did not say that.
No, we didn't say.
We did
Also-
not say that.
Tajikistan versus UAE. UAE could not dominate almost any of the matches in the group stage.
It was a
UAE
tough group as well.
became second with just 4 points.
4 points, yes.
All right, lost the last match to Iran.
Yes,
They do
yes.
not have the momentum with them right now. So I
That match, Iran totally dominated.
Yes.
Totally dominated.
2-1 is not a proper
2-1 is
reflection.
a problem. It was like 5-1 or 6-1.
For me, Iran is playing the most.
Yes, most
Iran is the
convincing.
most convincing football.
Yeah,
Iran is playing the most
absolutely.
convincing
Yes,
football out
yes,
of all
yes,
the
I think the point you were trying to make, that which match everyone will be sure about the result. I think Iran versus Syria.
Iran versus Syria.
Iran versus
It's
Syria.
But
too
Syria defeated
difficult.
India.
Syria almost qualified for the 2018 World Cup.
Yes.
They were almost
Yes.
upsetting
Yes.
Australia.
Yes.
Right?
So Syria is favorite.
See, Syria, but
You
it's
cannot
too
discard
difficult.
Syria,
Yeah.
but Iran
It's
is
too difficult for
yes,
them.
Too
difficult.
good a form right
Too
now.
good.
They were the only team who dominated the group stage,
Yes,
not only
yes.
score-wise, but also the way they played their football.
Yes.
So-
That's more important. I'm saying Saudi, I'm not convinced with them. Qatar won every match, but I'm not convinced with them.
Qatar is the second team coming to that point. Qatar is the second team who did not concede any goals.
Concede any goals. Then Australia also won the match, drawn against Uzbekistan. But Iran is like showing their kind of, they are the favorites. They're showing them.
I think for me, as you guys can guess, that I am an emotional person.
Yes, we
Yes,
know.
very.
So for me,
I can feel the emotion.
Yes.
Vibe of emotions are passing through.
Wave of
So I think that much like Syria, Palestine actually qualified. How did that happen? How can that happen? It's for me, this tournament has been a tournament of fairy tales. And at the top of this list, I will put Palestine. And
Yes.
from now on, I will be an ardent Palestine supporter. I think Palestine will do a fairy tale run from now on. Because I have been convinced by DJ that Qatar is not a very good team. And I think that Palestine can beat this Qatari team.
Qatar versus Palestine, I'm rooting for Palestine, no
Yes.
doubt. Even see, now, every non-Qatari in Doha will support Palestine. Everyone is supporting Palestine. In media center also, every media persons, when we were watching together the Palestine match, we are supporting Palestine.
For example, the Gaza-born Palestinian player Mohammad Saleh.
Mohammad Saleh,
He
yes.
sank in tears after
Yes.
Who can forget that image?
And then I
Also the Syrian coach and the translator.
Yes.
After the match against India, they
And,
were crying.
Their reaction, yes.
Bein Sports anchor also.
Yes.
I knew him. I met him
Oh,
before the
yes.
match, and they were.
And it-
And did you have a conversation
It
with
Yeah, I
him?
had a
It
conversation.
gave me
with him. They were like,
goosebumps,
yes,
and
yes,
now also I am,
also
yes, like that. Yes, I can see that. I am having goosebumps, and
It was
that is what
amazing.
football does to
It's
you.
amazing.
Definitely. And Palestine has all of our hearts. Palestine, we are all rooting for Palestine. Such a difficult time for them, geopolitics wise, but they have. We didn't give them any chance.
No.
Because simply
No,
because of the
I
fact-
remember that you gave them a chance because you
Yes.
thought that you said that the history
Yes.
war-torn nations can surprise us
But that
like
was
Iraq.
yes, but that was more of a non-footballing logic.
Yes.
Yes,
When it
yes.
came to footballing logic, they had no chance because they had to cancel their tournaments, cancel their matches before the Asian Cup. Many of the teams, and I want to say, including ours as well, they put up a lot of reasons behind non-performance. Look at Palestine.
See,
I
we
think
can
it is-
discuss in.
sorry for
Yeah.
interrupting you. I think Palestinian players are playing without any fees.
Who will pay them at this
Syria
moment?
as well. Many
Syria
of the
as well.
Syrian
Syrian
players.
players also. See, we can talk in lengths, hours after hours about Iraq, Syria, and Palestine. If you are talking about infrastructure, if you are talking about football development,
Malaysia and Thailand.
still,
And Indonesia.
still not so much. But if you are talking about football development, infrastructure, growth, physicality, nutrition, look at them.
Yes.
Amazing. Palestine, amazing. But yes, my heart roots for Palestine. But,
Also Syria.
but Qatar, I
Please
think.
say Syria.
Yes, after India's defeat to Syria, it's very difficult. But yes,
No, it's, yeah.
But the coach
Story-
and the translator
stories,
and the
yes.
story behind
Story
them,
to
they
story
melt
is
my
same.
heart.
Yes, yes.
absolutely. But Qatar-Palestine match, I am a little skeptical this time about Syria, Palestine's chances. I think it will be, at least at this stage, it will be difficult for Palestine to defeat.
But sometime in football you see.
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes.
I'm hoping
Right?
to
So I'm
see that.
hoping to see.
Yes.
No, no,
Yes.
Finally, I have a partner in crime. Finally. So let's just play a game. Just quickly
Yes.
look through all the matches and predict.
You tell us one by one.
Okay, I will go to Gigi first.
Alright.
The first match, it has already ended. Australia won 4-0. Saudi and Korea, who is going to progress?
Saudi and Korea, very difficult to choose for me. Korea. For me,
Korea.
South Korea.
For me also.
For you also, South Korea. Tajikistan versus UAE. For me, this is the most pointless game of the tournament.
Well, I have actually got, since you said it's pointless, I actually went for Tajikistan.
Okay.
I think Tajikistan might actually win this.
Tajikistan.
You also.
Tajikistan coach hugged me before the press conference, so I will.
Such unbiased
I will root for him.
So,
I'll root for him.
by extension, he hugged all of us. Entire PixelSports team.
So let's support Tajikistan.
Okay, Iraq versus Jordan. Gigi.
I think Iraq.
Iraq.
Very it will not be
yes.
not be a one-sided match for sure.
It will be a very balanced game.
Yes, but Iraq. I think Iraq will win.
DJ. Iraq. Okay. You already said Qatar versus Palestine. You said Qatar. You said
Qatar.
Suddenly you don't have an ally anymore.
Host has been always the most loneliest person in this room. So moving on. Uzbekistan versus Thailand. Gigi.
Uzbekistan.
You also Uzbekistan.
But once again, Thailand have not conceded.
Okay.
Still now. So these are not easy matches.
This is
all of them very difficult.
Another difficult.
Uzbekistan has really impressed me.
Yes, but okay.
Many of the players like Masharipov and Shukurov, yes.
Gourab is nice.
Also, I think Uzbekistan, this is their, I forgot to mention, this is their 7th consecutive qualification to the knockout stages.
Yes.
And they have not gone.
Uzbekistan, I talked a
Yes,
lot about.
they have only, I think, finished 4th once. It's 2011, yes.
Swarnava.
2011 they finished 4th, otherwise they could not reach the semi-final any other time. So this time they might try to be there.
Yes.
Okay. Bahrain versus Japan, again a difficult game to predict. What do you think, Gigi?
Look, taking a cue from the last match, the way Japan defeated Indonesia, I think Japan, they are on the up. Their form is on the rise right now. So Japan.
And Iran versus Syria, you say Iran, you also say
Iran.
So in the round of 8, you have Australia versus Korea.
Yes.
And who is going to win that?
Well, are we doing an entire round of our predictions?
Should we do that?
Yes,
right
I
now?
think let's do that.
Let's do that.
Let's do
Okay,
that.
so let me give you my 4 semi-finalists
Okay.
one by one.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
Australia versus South Korea, I've predicted. I think Australia will win this match.
Okay.
My prediction is Australia.
So Australia is going to the finals for you.
No, semi-final. Wait.
Semi-final.
Wait.
Yeah, they're till the semi-final right now. Second quarter, Tajikistan versus Iraq. Once again, I think Iraq will defeat Tajikistan and go to the semi-finals. So first semi-final between Australia and Iraq. Second semi-final win Qatar versus Uzbekistan for me. And Qatar versus Uzbekistan, I think it's a little difficult, but I think Uzbekistan will win this match. Because I have also seen the group stage matches. Qatar have not conceded, but they have not impressed either. So I think Uzbekistan might, just the way they have played, they might defeat Qatar. My prediction is Uzbekistan. And between Iran and Japan, once again very, very difficult, Iran.
Okay.
I think Iran will defeat Japan. So Australia versus Iraq, Uzbekistan versus Iran. I think Iran will win versus Uzbekistan, and Australia will defeat Iraq. So I think Australia versus Iran.
So you have come this far. So who is going to win the tournament?
Well, I'm a strong believer of not predicting the final, so I'll just.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a historic day. Gigi is going to play his oath. Gigi, who is going to?
It's very difficult. I think it's almost like a coin toss. I think Australia will end up winning the tournament.
DJ,
Yep.
please go through all the predictions from round of 8.
So quarter-final, I'm predicting Qatar versus Uzbekistan, right?
Yes.
Then Uzbekistan will go to semi-final from this bracket.
Okay.
And then Japan versus Iran would be another match. And Iran will go to the semi-final from this side.
Okay.
Australia versus South Korea.
Mm.
South Korea will win that match. So South Korea, and this side it would be Iraq versus UAE.
Iraq
And
versus UAE.
Iraq will win that. So South Korea versus Iraq, and then Uzbekistan versus Iran. Iran versus South Korea will be the final, and South Korea will win FC Asian Cup 2023.
So both of you think that Iran will be the finalists?
Yes, I think one bracket of the final is
That is
similar,
Iran.
and DJ predicted South
Korea.
Korea will win. I
Actually,
predicted
South
Australia.
Korea versus Australia, right? That will be the biggest match.
Very
of this
crucial
tournament.
match. Yes.
Yeah.
And both of us predicted that Japan will lose. So
To Iran. Yes.
that might also
That might also not happen. Yes.
So you think that Australia versus Korea match will, anyone who goes through that match will be on the finals?
Yes. Also Japan versus Iran.
Okay.
Japan versus Iran, Australia versus South Korea.
See, I gave a slight kind of advantage to Iran against Japan is the aerial ball playing.
Okay.
Japan is very much struggling
In the
with
physicality, yes.
No, not only physicality with the aerial ball. I watched all 3 of their matches from the front, right, and they are struggling.
Yes.
And with Iran, it's difficult.
Quality-wise, Iran is now at par.
Yes. In Asia,
after the World Cup performance,
yes,
everything, they are
absolutely.
at par with any other team.
Yes.
So I have also made my
Asia.
predictions. So come on! And East Bengal has now equalized, right? 1-1. Nanda Kumar has scored, and our line producer Swarnava is very happy.
Yes. High five, Swarnava from far.
He is also another ardent East Bengal.
Not as ardent as this, come on.
No.
But still.
Should I do the honors?
Yes, honors, masters, PhD, everything we should do, right?
Very poor.
Could not resist, sorry.
So, Australia and Indonesia, Australia did win the match. Against Saudi and Korea, I think, like these guys, Korea will win the match. Tajikistan versus UAE, I think Tajikistan will win.
Okay.
That can happen.
Going by footballing logic.
Yes.
Real.
And Iraq versus Jordan, I think it would be a difficult match to call. Iraq will win. Bahrain, Uzbek versus Thailand. Uzbekistan has been, footballing wise, my favorite team to watch so far. Uzbekistan will win the match. Qatar versus Palestine, my brain says that Qatar and my heart says Palestine, and from now on from fourth now, I will support Palestine for the rest of the tournament.
Okay.
And
What is your prediction for this match?
Qatar will lose.
Okay.
As DJ said, they convinced me that Qatar is not a very good team.
Okay.
And so Palestine will win the
Putting the onus on the man.
Bahrain versus Japan, again a very difficult game to call. Though I think Japan will win. Iran, Syria, as we discussed, it would be a very one-sided game, and Iran
You are
will
going
win.
with the flow, not like you.
Okay,
You are
so
predicting Japan. You are predicting Iran. You are predicting
I did predicted Palestine.
That's okay. Only one match.
Yes.
Okay, in the semi-finals, I have Korea
Okay.
versus Iraq.
Australia. Okay, Korea versus
Korea versus Iraq.
Korea.
Because both of them will win against Australia and Tajikistan easily. Japan versus Iran. I think, as both of you said, Iran would win. Palestine versus Uzbekistan. My heart and my brain is in a constant tussle. Palestine should win the match.
Should.
Yes.
Okay, so I think he has a larger design. We can see a pattern here.
So in the semi-finals, Korea and Iraq, I think would go with DJ. The Korean team will avenge the
I am
Japan,
honored.
the Japanese team, because Japan lost against Iran, right?
And Korea will avenge Japan.
Wow.
Yes.
In what logic Japan and Korea so close together?
Japan, South Korea brotherhood. This is a different geopolitical issue altogether.
How on earth is happening?
And in the Palestine versus Iran game, though you think that Iran are the favorites, but I think you will have the upset of the tournament, and Palestine.
Oh, those were not upset.
No,
So the first upset.
Okay.
the biggest upset of the tournament so far.
Biggest. You are teaching us grammar as well.
So Palestine will,
Which superlative now?
Palestine will defeat Iran and go on to face Korea.
And make the biggest test.
Because so Palestine is winning the
Yes,
AFC Asian Cup.
Palestine is winning the tournament
Okay.
for me. And also, that I think that if we go by footballing logic, our production manager, Mr. Daddy, has predicted that Iran versus Iraq could be another final.
He has different agenda.
No, the agendas are flying towards us. One from there, one from here. What is this?
So, should we wrap up then?
I think we should.
It's about time.
Okay. So we will be back again with these beautiful people.
And you are beautiful as well.
Thank you. To cover all the matches of the round of 16, and we will look forward to the round of 8.
Quarterfinals.
Yes, the round of 8 quarterfinals.
Yes.
And I think I have been told to come up with another catch line. So can you guys help me, DJ?
No.
No?
I'm tired.
You're tired. So till I come up with another catch.
Let me finish it this time. So follow us and stay as wild as steel.